Hi guys, I'm just going to show you a quick tutorial on how I made these displacement pipes in Hammer. So the cool thing about this is that you can make hollow tunnels or pipes with this. I've even got a technique for making the end cap as well. It's a bit fiddly and a bit involved, but I will show you the process, and as you can see it just yields some really nice results. Nice thing about this is it doesn't require any complex geometry, so it won't slow down your map, it won't cause errors. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start by making the basic shape out of brushes. So I'm just going to go here, I'm going to select no draw, and we're just going to switch to an 8 grid. Okay, and we're just going to make some brushes here. Okay, so make them. So what we're doing, we're making a hollow box basically out of 8 by 128 brushes, like so. It'll make more sense in a minute. So if you look at the front view here, alright, so the 112 on each side. There we go. Look at that whole thing. We've got a 128 by 128 box. Okay, let's have a look at it in the 3D view. There we are. Alright, so now we're going to duplicate this box as many times as we want to get the shape, the basic shape. We can rotate it. So let's say make a bit of an S shape here. Now, something important on the corners, just make sure you overlap them like that. Okay, because what you want this face and this face to join up. See? Alright, so carry on. We're just going to make the upright bit of the curve. So we'll go 3 up and then we'll rotate again 90 degrees that way. Again, we're overlapping them on the inside. 1, 2 and 3. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we've done that, first thing we have to do, the inside faces, we're gonna make sure that we've got a miter join there. So we want to just, there we go, select that, use the vertex tool and just make a miter join, a 45-degree miter on the inside. Okay, same over here, select this one and this one, and we're going to go 45-degree miter. I've done that wrong, haven't I? There we go, like that. Okay. Alright, so that just makes these two faces join up perfectly like that, see? We're not really worried about the outside faces anyway because we're not going to use them, but this will all become clear in a moment. Alright, so now we've created our basic shape, we can then start filling in these corners. Okay, so don't worry about the fact that they're square corners for now, they will become rounded later. So we're going to make the floor and ceiling, alright, and then we're going to make the sides, the outside edges, like so. Got one there, alright, so that one is correct. Okay, and we'll just have a look at that, make sure that, so it's really important that you don't have anything overlapping like that. Yeah, we can't have that, it's got to be that way. Right, so now we're just going to fill in this one too. Hope this makes sense. It's kind of a quick tutorial, but just a technique that I found really useful, and I haven't seen it anywhere else before, so I'm hoping that it's something new, or at least it'll be useful to someone. Alright, so now we've filled in those corners. Okay, so the next thing to do, alright, this is very important, but what we're going to do is we're going to block off the ends of the tunnel. And the reason why we do that is because otherwise it won't make a round hollow tunnel, it will make a square one. Okay, don't ask me why, I don't know why that happens, but we're just trying to make it do what we want. So we're just going to put a brush at either end of the tunnel to block it off, like so. Okay, so now we've got a completely blocked off hollow tunnel. Alright, now we're going to start selecting faces. So we're going to select all the inside faces, like so, including the inside face of the end caps. Alright, and make sure we select all of them. So we're going into face edit, and we're just holding down control, clicking on every face, like so. Alright, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the same at this end. Okay, now before we do anything else, we want to make sure that this is textured. So I'm just going to use a basic pipe texture for this. Like so, let's use this white one. All right, and we want to make sure. Can you see how the texture here? We've got like the seams of the pipe and they're in the right place. So we just want to make sure that they are how we want them, because once we displacement this, these seams are going to be facing this way, and there's no way we can change them. So we just want to make sure that they are the way we want them. Alright, when we're happy with it, we go into Face Edit, Displacement, do Create. Okay, and now we're going to click on the Subdivide button. Now if I've done everything right, which I think I have, then we'll end up with this really nice hollow tunnel, like this. Let's come out of Face Edit. Alright, you see, that looks really cool, doesn't it? Okay, if we look at it from outside, it's exactly what we wanted. Now at this point you can use the displacement push-pull tools just to tweak it a bit. Now what we need to do is we need to make sure we delete these end pieces. So we're just going to click on them, delete them off, like so. The same around here. Just delete these end pieces. Alright, now there's one more thing, which is you can make an end cap, and the reason why you might want to do this is because it's really hard to join up this tunnel to a brush wall. Okay, so if you do this, it just makes it easier. It's like a detail piece for the end. So what we're going to do, we're just going to make a copy of our existing thing. We'll do two, so two segments like this, and these segments are like 1 to 8 long. Okay. So now we're just going to hide everything else, quick hide unselected, do displacement destroy, like so. Alright, and now we want to do the same thing again here, just to make sure that this piece is actually a circle, like we want it to be. So we're just going to make an end piece for that. Alright, and then this is the tricky bit, so we copy it again, but this time we're going to change it in width, so it's only 8 in width. Alright, and now we're going to edit this piece. So we'll go into view and quick hide unselected again. Alright, we're going to go into front view, and what we want to do is we want to do 45-degree joins on these pieces too. Otherwise it won't work, and you'll see why in a minute. Alright, so when you're happy with that, that's perfect. Alright, so now we're going to put our texture on. And then we're going to select the inside faces of that little piece and the front faces of it, and then also the outside faces, just like this. See? Alright, we'll put the texture on that we want, just like this. It doesn't really matter because it's only a test, but let's do a fit anyway, and then we know that the texture is going to be right. Alright, now we can bring back in our existing pieces, okay, and we will again select all the inner faces, like so. Now we're going to do create and subdivide. Okay, so now what you'll see is it's done this really nice sort of end piece of the tunnel, and that's perfect because you can just build a you know, a brush wall to join up to that. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to go in, delete our extra bits, like so. Now we can select this, move it up, and then we can just select these 4 faces and those 4, and we can sew them together. Alright, and now we've got a perfect little tunnel with a nice end piece on it. Alright, I hope this is useful. I hope it wasn't too convoluted. Yeah, don't forget to check out my game Dishonourable Discharge. Okay, cheers, bye for now.